Oh yeah, that's a beauty. We got a fire here. Uh-oh, Elise, pat it out for me, will ya? Hey, what's going on, everybody? EXO coming at you here, waist deep, still busy with the big behemoth build. We're getting the backside all buttoned up. Man, that was a lot of bees, holy smokes. So, this is what we left off with last time. You guys, if you watched the last video, we got the notch all done for our lithium compartment. This is where our batteries are gonna go, but we had to offset the back of our wall to gain that extra little bit of distance for our port with this rear wall. So now I'm kind of at the next big juncture. I've added some angle iron and a whole crap ton of welds. I don't know if I'm supposed to be doing 100% on those seams, but I figured it couldn't hurt, right? But I'm gonna be doing it all steel cage and I have no more steel. So we gotta run down to the store, get some supplies, get this finished up. I'm not taking no for an answer. Today is the day this is gonna be fully freaking done. And when I say done, I mean the beefy old backside here, not the whole kit and caboodle. There's still a lot left to do with this overall. All right, back at the shop with some fresh steel, and I think I've just had an epiphany freaking moment over here. Check it out. Okay, I've got a little bit of a catch-22 here on this slide wall because this slide wall, what the heck was that, freaking Willy Wonka? I need to have the angle iron positioned outwards toward this edge. So if I go to install the back layer of wood, it wouldn't fit. So I need to have it pre-positioned, pre-placed in this little cavity so I can actually push it from behind and mount it that way. So that solves all my problems. And since a lot of these steps require a lot of the same steps, I'm not gonna bother filming it. So we went ahead and cut, shaved and grinded and pre-drilled some holes for our mounting hardware. Those are gonna go right here like we just mentioned. Same story with this big old girl. Cut her up behind the scenes just to make things go a little bit quicker on video. Don't want to waste you guys' time and I want to get this thing done. I'm freaking itching for some base, man. So it should fit in just like this, and then in theory it should fall right into that little space. Hold on. There it is. Bam. So we can let it hang out just like this on that little ledge right there, just resting with gravity. We'll place all of the brackets around this edge so that way we can go from the backside, just drill her home. We got her freaking picturesque like a window frame up in here. Got the angle iron on all four sides, and don't mind that little area right there. I'm leaving it blank so I can run some wires through it for our LEDs freaking shining bright inside the box. The lips of the metal will mount to the edges of the rear panel. So now we just need to start doing the inner parts of the welding. All of the verticals, horizontals, 1.5 inch steel tubing, and I'm thinking for another extra aspect of overkill, since there could be a little vulnerability on this seam right here where it begins to notch out for the rear wall, I'm thinking of an extra strip of steel tubing right there to help beef up that transition. So I'm gonna go in and push this panel into place so I can mark exactly where it's gonna be positioned on this base plate. Oh yeah! Dude, check this out. It almost looks like I know what I'm doing. it started coming down. Oh, I don't even know if you can hear me right now. With these earplugs in, even it's still so loud. We have 80-mile-an-hour winds coming, so I'm gonna go in and button up around the property and make sure there's no debris flying because I got a national alert that it's coming in hot. So I'm gonna go take this real quick and we'll get back to welding, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to talk out here, so we'll cut right to the action. I gotta go run around and get wet. Man, those beads are looking mighty tasty. And here we go. It's a good start right there. I need to take a break. It's about 3 a.m. in the morning. I'm listening to some podcast, and I'm feeling it. My eyes are freaking sagging. I'm getting all dizzy from these fumes and exhaustion. Well, here we are, the next morning. Man, something weird happened to me just when I came back and saw all this stuff. Does this ever happen to you guys when you're working late at night, kind of burning the midnight oil? You come back out the next morning and kind of surprised at what you got done, kind of spacing it the whole time, kind of just like zombieing through. I don't remember welding all these. I thought I had these left to do. Some tasty welds. I'm learning more and more each day, but I gotta say, those right there are making me thirsty. Got the freaking final panel being held captive in there, so now you can kind of get a better gist of why I had to do it this way. Because it's inlaid on the opposite side, it would have been trapped trying to bring it back this way. It's like a traveling jail cell at this point. I almost got my head stuck with my welding helmet in between these bars. It was hilarious. So let's keep this party going by doing the rest of the horizontal pieces, grit out this whole sexy rear end here. I'm thinking of tightening up the space just a little bit from about 8 inches to 7 with an extra layer of steel going across. Let's get cutting. Oh man, I hope the motor didn't just die. Oh, please tell me that's the breaker. Maybe it's my strip, hold on. Woo! Man, that was a close one. Hold on, me old hard freight girl there. One more cut. Yeah, man, this thing has been a beast. Gotta love a cheap tool that can be there again and again, but this 14-inch Diablo's damn near like an inch, so I gotta head down to the hardware store and get a new one of those, but this thing is fantastic. Dude, what a workout getting these things all done. My forearms are freaking burning and bulging, but they're looking good. We got them all beveled on the sides for some nice penetration. So next up, if you've been following the build, I've been doing this quite a lot actually. I want to insert these things so perfectly flush, and sometimes when you're welding, it can kind of like pull it one way or the other. So I've been using these sacrificial blocks here on the back to clamp in a perfect placement so it's flush with all the bars next to it. So I'll clamp it on these two and then clamp that piece to it so it sucks it right tight and flat. Let's get welding. Boy, working up a sweat over here, especially in this confined space. It all just builds up right in your face. You're like, so I'm gonna take a little breather, but check out what we're working with. Oh yeah, I'm feeling so proud of this, man. Look at it, we're doing a nice little freaking cage on the back without even having to really do much lifting. That's really the reason why I did it this way. I'm a little guy, so imagine having to do this outside the car. This is as tight as we can make it, and I think this is about as easy as I can make it as well. So let's go ahead and take a quick little break inside, maybe go grab a Capri Sun. Capri Sun? What in the flashback? I've been drinking those V8s actually, ass rigging way back in 2011. I've been upgrading nowadays, so let's go get a V8 in our system and we'll come back at you guys, throwing some more sparks. Oh, look at that, my battery's dying. Perfect timing. Alicia, pat it out for me, will ya? There you go. Oh yeah, that's a beauty. Man, I'm slowly improving. Oh boy. Okay, look at this position I gotta be in. Get out of here. All right, I think I'm gonna call it good on trying to film the rest of these. I got maybe a little bit, like a dozen more on the backside, and then I gotta do these last ones that we've already cut. We're moving right along, but I don't wanna keep getting all the same freaking shots, and it's too hard to get it anyway, so let's press fast forward and come at you guys after all this stuff. I am working up a sweat, wow. Holy smokes, 95 screws later, and I'm just now realizing I had a bit of a brain fart there. My camera was set up on the wrong side of the wall. What the heck? all the action's happening on the inside, and here I am getting two of the most boring shots in EXO history. But take a look at what we got. 24 empty sockets for 48 double layers of squares. So there is no sense in wasting your time cutting 48 of those on video. So, you know, we got our nice 13-ply Baltic birch over here waiting to go. So we'll do all of our cross cuts, make sure everything's perfectly sized. I just want to get this part done as fast as I can, man. Glue it and screw it. Here we go. Man, gotta love some good old video editing, huh? Just breezed by all the monotony, cut after cut. And you know what? I'm really liking doing it this way. I can still get my creative fix out there with a nice EXO video, but I'm not agonizing over every B-roll and explanation shot. We're still getting things done bit by bit. Time is precious after all, and I don't want to waste any. And you know what? Speaking about like wasting time, I don't know if I'm the only one that goes through this. I'm sorry to change the subject so drastically, but sometimes I find myself sitting up late at night, like trying to go to sleep, just like thinking about death and dying. What the heck is wrong with me? Do you guys go through phases? It seems to be like periods and waves where like just randomly I'll start thinking about like just not waking up, or just like the fact that tomorrow is never promised. And man, it scares me. I hate ruminating over something so negative. And sometimes I try to grab it by the balls and try to, you know, manhandle it into a better perspective. But that's why I really try and live life to the fullest. That way, if, you know, tomorrow isn't promised, at least I made as many positive connections, helped as many people, stayed as true to myself as possible. So that makes it a little bit easier to think about it in the present. You know, if you live life with no regrets, there should be a pretty nice reward at the end, right? Just gotta be a little bit, put a positive spin on it like that. But I can't be the only one that has those moments where you just like, you can't fall asleep, your brain's going a million miles an hour and you're just like, please stop. But, you know, that's when it's nice to reach out to family, friends, get grounded once again, you know, find something that makes you just kind of live in the moment. That's what it's all about. Just get those little reminders to stay in the moment, guys. And that's what I try to be reminded with this build. It helps me stay grounded, you know what I'm saying? And it helps me remember to apply myself as hard as I can. Put all the effort into it as I can, because it's gonna be worth it in the end. So here we go, guys. Take a look. Sorry there was a little bit of a rant there, but hey, it's my channel, right? Thanks for watching, everybody. We got a lot of screws and a lot of glues to be adding. 5 more per square. So what's that, $1.20? So yeah, let's get her rolling, guys. freaking goosebumps. Goodness gracious. We have got a fully enclosed bandpass box, baby. Holy smokes. Listen to the sound of my voice. The resonance has changed so much by enclosing the backside. It's a box, baby. A glorified EXO box, rugged as a mother. And I'm just loving how that came together right there. It's a perfect 8-inch port. The rear wall controlled the width of it. So I was really looking to see that exact, and it is precise. Man, I'm on top of the world right now. Here's the front, nice little view. So let's go in the back side and bring out one of those amps and see how that's all gonna work out for our rack back there. I'm gonna be running 12 of these Incriminator Audio 6Ks, super stout amplifiers, underrated at that. And we need to find a way to finagle all 12 of them on this rear wall. Obviously, we have to account for the battery bank on the bottom, so that takes up about 11 inches there. So we got about 38 by 60, and just so happens to be 64. So I think I'm gonna cut into some of this great stuff expanding foam to get an extra 2 inches on both sides. So imagine them like triangled across in layers of 2, and then I can do a row of 6. So that would get us our 12 amps, but it's gonna be super close fitting. What do you guys think would look best back here? Maybe a 3x4? Let me know your opinions. I know I'm gonna do a lot of brainstorming back here, but that's where we're at right now. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you check out all the links for our nice goodies, that nice EXO official project website over at Showtime. It's like gonna be 100-degree days for the next few days, so be on the lookout. Make sure you do due diligence. Make sure your animals are all safe and indoors and stuff like that, because it's gonna be brutal here for the next few. All right, this is EXO signing out until the next video. Keep it loud, stay proud, and I'll talk to you in the next one.